As we move through this revolution, education science as we know it is going to be transformed.
It is exploding, yes. Nobody knows where it's going. I think that's really important to say. It could be going just about anywhere.
I think there's a shared understanding that there's going to need to be lots of different kinds of voices and lots of different kinds of expertise.
So we're rethinking the kind of way we organize a class and present it as more of a space that's asynchronous and perhaps accomplish it in smaller modules.
We're really excited about exploring creating modules of content. And so we're actually calling these JOLTs for just-in-time online learning tools. Many classes in our entrepreneurship series require students to be able to read a term sheet or a balance sheet. So why teach that in every single class if you can have this JOLT that you can assign to the students?
The biggest opportunity that we don't yet know how to tap is to give a more personalized experience to each student.
I have a teaching assistant who's interested in experimenting with live office hours. He's going to experiment with different modes, Google Hangouts, chat rooms, and so on.
I think we'll see lots of different approaches online. Maybe it will settle down in 20 years, but 20 years is a long time. I think for the next 5 or 10 years, we'll see lots of changes and new developments.
We have very entrepreneurial faculty here who see an opportunity, and that in conjunction with the proximity to Silicon Valley, the availability of venture capital is something that's been very powerful.
The residential college is not going to go away. We need to have students of like age, of like mind, and of broad diversity, mixing it up with each other as they learn together. But I think we can create a balance with online structuring that also will be financially much better than our current finances of higher education.
I don't expect it to compromise a university like Stanford. I think that the experience of a student coming to Stanford, being residential, interacting in person with the faculty and with the other students, working in labs and so on, is not going to be replaced.
I'm agnostic, I would have to say, about whether a flipped class is ultimately something a Stanford should do. What I am a believer in is that a MOOC is something Stanford should do because affording knowledge to the world, it's expanding the function of the university and what the university is relating to. We're gaining moral legitimacy with populations of people without money to people that aren't elites. And I think that's part of our mission as a nonprofit. Plus we're finding all these wonderful people out there that we wouldn't learn about otherwise.
People who have studied education by the conventional means of social science will be engaged in new collaborations with engineers, computer scientists, mathematicians, and designers in ways that we have only just begun to imagine.
Right now, we're just scratching the surface. That it will be very different in future from how it is now.